Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, has fiercely criticized key figures in the newly formed opposition coalition led by the African Democratic Congress, branding them as power-hungry politicians desperate to regain relevance after repeated failures. Speaking during a media interaction in Abuja, Wike singled out former Minister of Transportation, Amaechi, asserting that he had defeated him at every political level in Rivers State, even when Amaechi held influential positions such as APC Campaign Director General and Federal Minister. He's no match for me in Rivers. I've shown that time and again, Wike said. He also took a swipe at former Senate President David Mark, alleging that Mark had once lobbied unsuccessfully to become PDP national chairman and lost control of his political base, as evidenced by his daughter winning under the APC. Wike ridiculed Mark's current role in the coalition as an attempt to stay politically afloat. Turning his criticism to former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, Wike accused him of lacking ideological direction due to his multiple party defections, asking rhetorically, what kind of legacy is he leaving for his children? He further described former Attorney General Abubakar Malami's tenure as deeply corrupt and damaging to Nigeria's justice system. Wike also criticized former Imo State Governor Emeka Ihedioha, saying his departure from PDP was driven by personal grievances over the party's refusal to remove National Secretary Samuel Anyanwu. He described such moves as selfish and void of national interest. According to Wike, the coalition's claim of wanting to rescue Nigeria is hypocritical. Rescue Nigeria from what? From themselves, he asked, dismissing the group as a brand of frustrated politicians clinging to a narrative of public dissatisfaction to mask their personal ambitions. Strong was there by the FCT minister. I mean, what do you have to... I mean, he took a swipe. He took them one by one and took a swipe at each of them. What do you have to say?
I think the words are so harsh, but there are some facts there that one cannot discard. If you look at the persons there who are heads of this coalition, you look there one after the other, I think you can call them chronic defectors. Yes, they are all chronic defectors. Is it an Atiku Abubakar who had tested almost all the leading political parties? Erofai, we all know his antecedent as well, a serial defector. Recently, with all due respect, my man, Right on Amaechi, has joined the series of defection. Obi, that is his culture, political culture. Defection. So what you mention, defection, and you say defectors. The first example that comes from is Peter Obi. So you check all of them, they are chronic defectors. You know, they are now, conglomerating. So if one call them a house of defectors, it's not out of place. That is by the way. Then the other one that I have more concern is that one of I think Malami. Muhammadu Buhari was given the right to lead Nigeria based on certain mantra. Number one of them is fight against corruption, because the Nigerian people there were thinking that yes, we need to tame this menace if we must grow as a people. So they say Buhari is coming with zero tolerance for corruption. We need to sanitize the system. I supported that administration. All of us, we rooted, and after which we also supported the administration to the end. But one thing that actually wasn't okay with us, we found so disturbing, was the role of Abubakar Malami. We saw it as an error to have made him the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister for Justice. It was a big error. That his office killed the anti-corruption crusade, buried it, and that is the biggest problem Nigeria has. If we can tame corruption today, Nigeria will compete with the likes of the UAE, the Paris, the United States will compete, because all the resources that are made for development, all the resources that are made for human capital development, infrastructure, they are taken by a certain group of individuals. They are stolen. and hidden in pits in such a way, in banks everywhere. E.g., we saw what happened with Emefiele. But in Malami, that administration that has the like of Magu, the president has the will, and Magu was ready to ride on the will of the president to fight corruption to its knees, but Malami refused. He ganged up with the likes of Saraki and the rest to ensure that that anti-corruption crusade was dead and buried, to the extent that he fought to the removal of Magu and make sure that the EFCC became his messaging tool, that issue of corruption were negotiated on the table of Malami, whether to prosecute or not to prosecute. Malami will not decide. And that is how most of the corruption cases died. It is that the same person who is not telling that Nigerians are suffering. We need a change. It's not in ADC. Why won't we suffer if the money that are made for development were stolen and you supported that action by ensuring that the EFCC, the ICPC, all were tied and never allowed to bite? So Wike is not wrong when he said the era of Malami as Attorney General and Minister of Justice made that office so corrupt. No one will disagree. We saw what Emefiele did now. We saw all the actions. We saw the outcomes of those actions. Then we now go to the next one, a David Mark. In fact, if you are conversant with the political happening in Benue State, you will know that David Mark is a political IDP. Yes, it's a political IDP. His own people, senatorial district. I was there in one of the elections. A night before the election day, I left because I wanted to cast my ballot and I must leave Benue State. I knew why people were gathering and making sure that you don't mention the name of David Mark in anything around there. That the man is, if you make sure wizard, a political wizard, that David Mark is the reason they are suffering. They will pay to certain roads that David Mark was in charge. Money were budgeted for that road year in, year out from the federal level. The roads were still where they were until the APC. If you go there now, those roads are not motorable. I remember one of the years that I was traveling, we stepped down from the vehicle. The driver drove to an exit. He said, I can't continue, let me rest. He stepped down. I stepped down as well. We lined on the third road to rest based on the state of the road, where you will be thinking that the vehicle will just somersault. The road was so bad. And you will hear the people of Benue telling you why we are like this is David Mark. David Mark is the reason we are like this. He was traveling home on chopper because he couldn't access his own route to his house. He travels on chopper then. The same man is not telling you that he is a savior. He wants to salvage Nigeria, right? That is why they are telling you David Mark. They go to Kaduna State. I like Erufai. He can speak, he's vocal. But when it comes to the politics, 2023 general election actually exposing. Kaduna State has 16 federal house seats. 16. Out of these 16 federal seats, PDP won 10. APC won just 4. In the House of Representatives, where Erufai was a sitting governor. APC just got 4. Labour Party got 2. Out of 16. On the day the presidential election was conducted. 3 senatorial districts. PDP won the 3. APC didn't win half. That is when you were a governor, a city governor, an incumbent governor. It shows your relation with the people of the state. The level of rejection was because of you. The issue of Sata Kaduna and the rest of it, they saw you as a threat. So they wanted anything that has to do with you out. That is when you were a governor. APC recorded this level of massive failure in your state. So suddenly you are now become the political merchant, the bulldozer, who will suddenly control the political affairs of Kaduna. Where the people of Kaduna are not telling you what you could not do in 8 years. Ubasani has achieved it. I'm not saying that you people should go, or some people should not leverage on this and go and sponsor people to commit mayhem in Kaduna. They are accusing you they have achieved it. Then in Rivers State,
Amaechi.
The fact remains that Amaechi as a sitting governor, these are facts. Nyesom Wike, through GDI, defeated the city governor. Won almost all the federal seats and the rest of it. The APC was nowhere. Then as a minister, a DG of the APC in 2 elections, Amaechi never won Rivers State. He never won Rivers State for the APC. PDP were just dominating and taking everything from federal elections to state elections. Is it now that you are out of power? Because when you are coaliting in the South, what is your political spread? What political weight do you have in Bayelsa? What political footing do you have in Delta? What political footing do you have in Edo? In Akwa Ibom is a no-go area because you are in Akpabio till now. It's a no-go area. In Cross River, what political footing do you have? In River State here, you have been defeated here and there. So I think I'm not against them. But we need to state the facts. Because the fact is shaping us towards knowing the truth so that we have rest of mind. You can be aggrieved, but your grievances shouldn't be the one that will destroy your grace.
All right.
This is the state we are.
So you don't see the coalition making any serious headway?
I doubt if it will actually
you don't
make a
see
stop.
them being able
Looking
to
at even the foundation is shaking already.
president.
The foundation is shaking already. So what political prowess are you actually controlling? What are you trying to achieve here in Rivers State? When even your party, you are somehow displaced, you don't really have a firm control on the party, where you are in power and out of power.
Is he in control of, okay, now he's in ADC, so hopefully
and the truth is that
ADC will come up in Rivers State
Amaechi left APC 2023.
Right.
He only officially declared it now. He didn't work for the APC emergence at the federal level. He did it. So if he say he's leaving the APC, it's just an official thing now. Meanwhile, he has left long ago. All
right. Thank you so much, Emmy, for coming on Open Conversation. It's a pleasure having you, and I enjoyed your analysis
it's a pleasure.
on the ADC coalition.